Have you checked the children?
Hi, I'm Chucky. Wanna play?
Sometimes that is better.
You're gonna need a bigger boat.
Hey everyone, welcome back to the Horror Show. I'm Cecil Laird.
And I'm Robert Duell.
We are here to do a relatively new Blu-ray review. Everyone else kind of got to this about a month or two ago, but we're finally getting around to talking about VFW. Fuego also did a review of this on his other channel if you want to go check it out, but we are going to discuss it here because it's an uber violent movie with people that are either vampires or zombies or something. We're not really entirely
Either
sure,
way, they're
but
junkies.
yeah, junkies, just really severe junkies that get mowed down by dudes that are holed up in a bar. I mean, so let's get into this. My overall thoughts were, this is definitely not the deepest of movies, but it's definitely enjoyable for what it is. If you just want to see a bunch of old action stars, it's essentially like a mini Expendables of kind of horror type guys.
Yeah.
Right? You got Fred the Hammer Williamson, who has been on this very channel doing a Station ID. You have Stephen Lang, who was in Avatar, as well as more recently Don't Breathe. You also have William, what's his name? William Sadler, who was Death in Bill and Ted's Bogus Journey. And
Yes, that's where I recognize him from. I'm looking
well,
at
and
him
he's
like,
also the main guy in Tales from the Crypt Demon Knight. The guy that's got the blood key. Yeah.
Oh, shit.
That's what I know him from.
I haven't watched Demon Knight in so
Oh
long.
my god, that's another one we have to
Billy
review.
Zane, man. I remember that.
I
but-
absolutely love Demon Knight with a deep, dark passion.
Okay.
It's one of my absolute favorite horror
See,
movies.
Bordello Blood was kind of one of
Bordello
my...
Blood sucks.
Well, it was just one of my little guilty pleasures and everything.
Dude, Demon Knight is so much better by such a far
Okay.
stretch. And then, of course, we've got Martin Kove, who is Sensei from Karate Kid.
Yep, and Cobra Kai.
And Cobra Kai,
Yep.
yeah, exactly.
Yep.
So let's get into it. I guess we kind of already are into it. So I enjoyed it. It's simple, but it's very much enjoyable for what it is, and there's gore galore. So I was on board for it.
Yep.
What about you?
I dug the shit out of this movie.
Nice.
I'm so glad I got around to watch this. Not to mention between the fast-paced action, the brutal kills, our cast. I love all of these guys and everything, especially Fred the Hammer Williamson. I know him obviously, from Dusk Till Dawn and everything.
Sure.
One thing I noticed, there was a couple nods I felt from Dusk Till Dawn.
Oh, I don't doubt it. yeah.
A couple of his line deliveries and everything like that, which I thought was just so damn cool. I had a hell of a blast with this movie. And if you guys haven't watched this, get on this immediately.
Yeah, it's worth your time. So why don't you just do the rundown of the story real quick?
Basically, a real quick rundown of the story is there's this blue drug basically that is stolen from a head king drug dealer by this girl whose sister actually was killed because she wanted the drug so badly she jumped over a ledge for it.
Yep.
And during her basically pursuit by all the other junkies in the building, she runs into our VFW where she meets all of our characters.
It's VFW means Veterans of Foreign War.
Yep.
It's a bar for veterans.
Yep. And so basically, if you don't know, you've seen a Legion around town. Those are your VFWs. So basically, as soon as this comes in, it's right on from there. All hell breaks loose, basically. And it starts off basically with the junkies coming in. They first fight off that initial wave, and then they find out what is going on, why she's in there, why they're attacking the bar. And pretty much they go on to a defense raid.
Yep.
And that's basically the short and sweet of the story. It's not a very deep story at all, but it's a hell of a fun movie.
Yeah. Yeah, I agreed. It doesn't need to be the deepest story to be a fun movie.
No.
So yeah, I again, there's some movies that I don't feel need to hit every single check mark in every film category. Got to be a great story, got to be great acting, got to be great. It's nice if it's all those things, but look, when you're watching horror movies, you learn to temper your expectations a little bit. If you can get
know what you're going into.
If say there's 5 bits of film that you really want great, if you get 3 out of those 5 things done really well, that's a really successful horror movie in my opinion.
I agree.
So I think this is one of those cases. And so the story didn't need to be particularly deep for me to enjoy this film. It's the same sort of depth or lack thereof that you got with Green Room, the fantastic Anton Yelchin, Patrick Stewart thriller horror-ish.
I haven't gotten around to watching that one
It's
yet.
a really good one. We reviewed it on the channel, and it's got a similar vibe. It's not necessarily all the way horror, but it's definitely super dark, violent thriller, which veers into horror because of the gore, in my estimation.
Okay.
Fuego and I got into it a little bit after his throwing up the review on his channel. I was like, what are you doing? But I understood it. It's not fully horror, but it's definitely as equal to Green Room in that department.
And the brutality aspect.
Indeed. Again, when it's so much gore, I think that veers a movie into horror. I don't know that... I can't necessarily say that across the board, because Rambo, the fourth one, where he's, sawing Vietnamese in half and stuff with a 50 caliber tank gun or whatever.
God damn, that scene was cool.
Yeah, it really was. It really was. It actually, I rewatched that one right before watching the new one, and
really?
it made the new one so much worse.
Really?
Yeah, because I was like, it's just not as good as this one, like by any stretch. So, I can't say that about every bit of violence in movies, but this really sort of revels in it. It plays in the blood a little bit, so that's where I think it sort of tips in one direction.
They definitely had fun with it.
Yeah,
and that's one thing I liked.
So before we get to the acting, let's just veer into the gore and the effects. I mean, it's all practical, right? There's a little bit of CG blood spurting, I think, but not much.
Honestly, I didn't even notice it.
I can't recall. It's been a few weeks since I've watched it, so I remember not being much. I don't remember thinking like, it's bringing me out of it. The way Guns Akimbo was. Guns Akimbo had blood spurts out of the wazoo that were just so digital and nasty. Okay. This did not have that. They focused a lot more on the practical gore.
And that's why I liked a lot of it.
Yeah, it really only serves the movie well. So, your thoughts?
No, I dug the hell out of the practical, and we were just saying, it served out the movie well, just because of this is a literal fight for survival. So you can't really play nice.
Picture that scene in Aliens, where all the aliens are converging on them, and they're just in this little area, and they're they've got the motion trackers, and they're like, oh, they're already inside, and then they start coming in, and they got to battle off waves. It's essentially that. They're hunkered down in one little bar.
And then nice use of guerrilla warfare. Yeah. It's awesome. You're fighting off a bunch of veterans. You think you're going to win.
Little Home Alone-ish.
Yeah.
Where with the big traps and stuff like that.
Oh, man, that keg scene and everything. That was cool.
Yeah, it's a good melding of... They pick and choose certain things from the genre that we like, and they amass it into this weird little Frankenstein that's enjoyable by its own self.
And one thing I like, too, is... if you haven't watched Bliss and everything, we did a review of that too on the channel, and this is actually from the same director.
Oh yeah,
of Bliss and everything, and I believe
I never got around to Bliss.
I might be wrong, but I think he also did After Midnight.
Oh really? Okay, I loved After Midnight.
I might be just thinking of the actor,
maybe so,
and everything. Yeah,
maybe so.
But because I could really tell, especially with the lighting.
Yeah.
It's very similar between this and Bliss. Okay. This guy loves reds, blues, and purples.
Yeah, the neons.
Yeah. Loves them.
Yeah, I never watched Bliss, so I can't speak to that, but luckily you can, so.
Yeah, honestly, I did enjoy that movie.
And the acting in this one, obviously we watched it for those actors, and they all were fantastic. I mean, they're veterans. It's funny. They're film veterans at this point.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
They all know what to do, so you're going to get good work out of them. And then the girl that's brought in does a good job as well.
For what little lines that she actually had, and even little screen time, because even she was there, but she wasn't necessarily there. Right. Our main focus is our vets.
Right.
But no, she did hella good. I liked it.
And I mean, I didn't get teary or anything, but there are stakes. So it's just a well-made movie. It is, again, it's very From Dusk Till Dawn-y too, because it's another thing where things are coming at you and you're stuck in one spot. So if you like those kinds of movies, you're gonna enjoy this movie. If you like any of the comparisons that we've made, then
if you like any of the actors,
any of the actors, it's worth it as well.
If the actors don't sell it for you, then I don't know what the hell to tell you.
Yeah, I mean, between that and the comparisons I just made with those other movies that are fantastic, just go watch it. Yeah. Don't be stupid.
Come on.
So, thanks very much for
You're not
watching.
Stupid, we love you.
Yeah, no, exactly. But don't be stupid. So, if you guys want to tell us movies to review, you can do so via the Patreon link in the description down below. We can do commentaries, reviews, anything that you request, depending on the tier that you select. While you're down there, click the like button and subscribe if you enjoyed this review, and come on back and see us. We have new episode up every single day, and nothing slowing down anytime soon. So until next time, I've been Cecil Laird.
I'm Robert Duell.
And remember, stay scared.